This.
Zerlina Maxwell is a political analyst and contributor to thegrio.com. John Feary, a Republican strategist who spent 2 decades working for GOP leaders like Denny Hastert and Tom DeLay. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
So, John, Christie apparently taking at least some of James Carville's advice because he's having this news conference coming up in less than half an hour. What does he need to do? What does he need to say?
Well, I agree with James Carville. He's got to apologize to the mayor. Because obviously the mayor was the target of this thing. Then he's got to also take responsibility. You know, he's got to let people know that buck stops with Chris Christie. He's got to show real leadership, and he can't wiggle around here. And he's the boss, and what happened in his office is his responsibility. So take responsibility and take contrition, and then, you know, take your lumps.
Yeah, and it's not just Democrats who are piling on. I want to play for you in the last hour on the Daily Rundown what Senator John McCain said about this.
Put everything on the table, answer every question. If it's a 3-hour press conference, answer every question, every comment, and then move on. The last thing you need is one of these things to be dragged out. I can say that from personal experience, my friend.
Zerlina, how does he do this? Because it's not just about what he says, it's about how he says.
Absolutely, and he has a really tough time, you know, showing empathy and staying calm. You know, he has that reputation as being bombastic and a little bit of a bully, and I think that this story really fits into that ongoing narrative. But one of the things that's really important here is that he has a reputation also as a micromanager, so he really needs to explain why he didn't say anything and launch his own investigation into this, because the story broke in New Jersey 6 weeks ago. So that's 6 weeks here. And yesterday, according to his statement, he learned of this for the first time yesterday. And so he has a lot of explaining to do, talking about how he didn't know that one of his deputies was doing this without his knowledge.
I mean, that does have a lot of people incredulous. John, do you think that he's really got a formidable hill to climb, whatever really happened here, to explain how something like this could be happening, you know, down the hallway, and he didn't know anything about it?
Yeah, it's a tough one, and I think that's why he's got to say, listen, I take responsibility. I'm the leader. I'm the boss. If I didn't know, I should have known, and this is how we're going to fix it.
And fire somebody? Is that what you're going to fix it?
He's got to fire a bunch of people. Whoever's involved in this, whoever's at any of those email chains, he's got to, I think that's what he's probably doing right now, figuring out who emailed what and when they did it. And so he's got to fire those people, and then he's got to accept responsibility and accept contrition.
And this is also a guy, Zerlina, whose main political strength, among them, was his ability to reach across the aisle. You know, he got criticized by his own party when he was with President Obama. So, I mean, the whole idea that this could happen, the idea of political retribution, flies in the face of one of the things that people really liked about it.
Absolutely, and I think that the media narrative that he is someone who was, you know, hugging Obama and working with Obama during Hurricane Sandy, I think that is belied by his history in New Jersey, right? So, to give an example, a professor at Rutgers University in 2010 didn't support Republicans in redistricting, and so Christie cut funding to Rutgers University. And so he very much has a very long history. You can look up a timeline of instances when he did seek political retribution and really abuse his power. He has a very long history of doing that.
New Jersey freshman Senator Cory Booker, also obviously somebody he knows, calling the revelations about the emails deeply troubling. Congressman Bill Pascrell, whose northern New Jersey district includes Fort Lee, predicts more scandal for Christie ahead by saying the worst is yet to come. Is he out there by himself, John? Are there Republicans who are going to sort of weigh in on this and try to get him out of this mess? As I said in the beginning, this isn't just a governor, this isn't just a local problem. This is the head of the National Governors Association, and this is somebody who, in a recent poll, and obviously we're a little ahead of the game here, but was ahead of Hillary Clinton in a hypothetical matchup by 2 percentage points.
Well, listen, Chris Christie is a tough guy. You got to be a tough guy to help turn a state around like New Jersey. There's a lot of tough people in New Jersey. So the idea that he plays hardball is probably not that big of a surprise. The idea that he would go out of his way, or his people would go out of his way to screw up traffic, that's the thing that's kind of unforgivable. And I think that, you know, people will forgive him for playing hardball.
Because
they won't
that's
forgive
something
him for,
that's very relatable, right, John? This is not inside
relatable.
baseball, political stuff. This is something that this is This is the busiest bridge in the world, according to the Port Authority. Who can't relate to being stuck in traffic?
People already blame politicians for screwing up traffic. Now they've got proof. So I think this is a real problem for Chris Christie.
All right, Zerlina Maxwell, John Fury, we are waiting for that news conference now, about 22 minutes away. We'll see if he's on time. Thanks to both of you.